and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. Then one such issue that has come up, and I think it's important for all of us to know, is the Mamprosi Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamprosi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the MPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Moku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Moku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under the Tosu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Akufo-Addo, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the MPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, MPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the MPP. In fact, if you took the whole Boku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Boku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data shows that the Boku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections, and we should stop moving in that direction. And
a few moments later.
Now is the time to speak for your nurses. We are perishing. Ghanaians, your nurses are dying. We wake up in the morning, at dawn, in the night, sleepless nights. We go to care for the sick, and this is the treatment we are receiving. So, what at all did we do wrong? Why did we go wrong to deserve this treatment? Ghana for Musorio.
We prepare to go into the primaries. I am very, very concerned and troubled that some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. Then one such issue that has come up, and I think it's important for all of us to know, is the Mamprosi Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamprosi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, Since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the LPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Moku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Moku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under the Tosu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Akufo-Addo, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the MPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, MPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the MPP. In fact, it took the whole Oku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Oku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data should
I'm trying to the freeze. I did a crane. Okay. The Nyamiase. Abusuya michiamu ni na waha michiao. Oshemu YouTuber mama kwaba ya deba political zone. So I know say it's been a while. I think about some days near member enrollment to me. I'm live on the whole page. I hope so be here. My family na eja ene nkomo kakra wo ho na me pese minimum ni na spend be 1 hour bi. Na yetumi didi enkomo no ye na obi bia wa ha bia akwa aba mesel me we few announcements bia na say me pe few things bia me pese me clear na metumi toa in the program no so the first thing I me pese me ka ene say eba no me political zone platform we so a obi bia wo say bre editie obi bia wo sebre edeba ha no mani eso na esan ye me ahonhoho a se me so camera mutume baha na mobehwe me afei su bio obia or support me one way or the other bia ma page way etumi ekosoro no so no the person who say I do honestly appreciate your support for my page. Now me person me clear near maybe say metina ha say na sebe mentumi ambo obia din a ana obi owo so bia mambo ni din a me pa cho amomfa nche me because app na me use no emma me hu onipa owa ha until say onipa ne be den onipa ne beja message enu nti se mu hu a me betena bia na me ka se mesrem ya amomfa mo comment mra ne ye hu wo mo a ehwe first na ne ni Facebook na eye no Facebook nkwa no se oba so a since I may na Facebook direct nti no oba so a mehu de owo so okay since you are on no I can see you but now me use app no I wouldn't be able to see you say oba so keke begina so keke na wan kasa udin won show here udin en show wa ha say wo hwe me sremo amoma yen hye sa ade ne nso especially mo amohwe me free YouTube and Facebook no say me ba live na oba me live no so na wenja comment ya app ni yin ma me say wo so I won't see you ekra no maka say bia me chia ho intimesre enya bo apayo enye sheda na ma sheda say mo beba me page so say mo be support me na me ntumi nchia mo na me chia so a me chia obi a ena afei so say ohwe the way I see me program na me ye program ni na in the midst of it na dia ne din pop up bia no me the fresh show no e de intimesre me mbu obi animtia say obi ba me page so na me man no shout out say opese me hu na metumi hu say o wa ha age say uja comment when ja comment ya me hu eno nkire say me bu animtia ana say mani nso ana say mani nche dia o ye no eho da bi mesremo because say ye na ye bom say ye build ade na ekodu baabi na ekoye say yo Josie welcome na ekoye say yentumi anka ye ho amboma amfa anye adwuma esese ye na sebe na am say yan sheda na ye ho ndi ne ye ebio se me Felix ya mo he say one me say oba me page so na ugidi say bia ma ye bibi maka bibi me nsem bia metoto ye anko ye anase enye ye anase gensu a me ye very down to earth ma me hu say oh Felix okay ABCD in fact anko ye amame I'm very honest person say right there and then I would apologize to you if there need be intimesre me baha na me mo wudin ya no nkire se mani nso de awoye ewo me page so ebi kura ho na me hu TikTok for no so many people ja comment me tumi kura nkan me hu po na makan intimesre say yemfasa adwene no enhye yitrim moving forward na o support to ade away from day one enya afi ayaye adwuma na edu ba bi na ye piama na akọ na wiye no and ye bete ye ho ebi because of some special recognition be a somebody would have expected to get mesremo money na mobile me page so whether TikTok whether Facebook whether YouTube anywhere I who me be no I respect and love each and everyone's comment and I say each and everyone's support to or the best support to me page all right maka ne say we no na and then no me de year the program no ever so I'll try to do one minimum why me internet no it's supposed to be fast but unfortunately it's not going as fast as I expect it to be the message some of say breakages ne ade ebe mo na mode ache na yetumi ato aso medamu ni na ase TikTok for say am yama me dada no ba so a na otap sa program ne kwa na ohwe na ye ode na edu ba bi na pese wo chaade a na wa chaade na ade na ayefe na yeso yetumi dia support page na dia call mam wo YouTube you can also send your gifts and then we use it to build the page all right and then me say John Mahama and NDC enemies to Ghana's progress minim say obi beka se hwe wo de ye ni abre wo party ni mu aye kono na wo de NDC asem na eba ane because ye ko internal party ni mu wi a omo aye ni onkokono ye NDC for and won't know say and to me and say I could ye you bet to me the attacker or na yan tete to moto. Na ya many pair hunu and agana for hunu or Brabonia Sebe, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nena by NDC, a day bo and elbow Ghana na yanya de. I feel so mean I believe say internal election no personally, me personally there. I think say by dream baby our MPP mo as at this time we already know who can win us that power. Anybody I also we by dream by we dream what kind be we name the way our politics here no. I don't think so when people by now only say we nipa win here then ko ebeji to me because me na make kire me nkrofo ya na etie me say ebe ye won wa pa say me ni obi ko akọ na onipa kunu coach na ka kire me say don't use uppercut na onipa no the uppercut bona on top form me who say team kotoko ne has ekobobo na yes sa even cry yi send ye ka no otumfo cap ne sa friendly presidential cap ne ade kura no yente that say since yes no say bio yen kofa obi to say kotokofo coach na onko coach has for and na kwa bibrim coach na onko coach ebia kotokofo. It's never done that way, but this is the first time there's an abnormality happening in Ghana right now. There is an BB a normal, I almost say yeah normal or Ghana, and then I may have me. And then Obi wa MPP or see on one kasa MPP in the onim candidate yes or the neba. I just say NDC ni no ne ko konto kwano and a betre ne say nipa we na the no konto kwa obi wini. Na MPP ni na GD say ampa me ko konto kwa na mbom the other coach no selecting players mamia and me to me win the fight. There is the most like the absurd, like that rationale doesn't even make sense. That alone, I say oh yeah, by training about MPP, man, you cannot tell me say only candidate because if your opposition is the one that can tell you say for a candidate to Ibra, now we could follow the same candidate never there, then we have a big problem. Me mean that, but they want to make it normal. Say ampa. I don't know. I personally don't know. Meaning what that I'm still trying to understand. Hey, young kola ni ekwe American na want to say AME Zion for teacher and they choose Presbyterian for say athletes so munko to America yanti bida. Ye to me kase to me who NDC ni o. No we be jina no aka kire say abana amoko to no mo de ba omi aba mo be lusu ba mo de Kennedy ba mo be wili. Now right there as Benyansa for no be say there be o menemo na ekokonto na obi a me na okoko na wo no mpese obe wini ana. That is what any sensible person will ask. Why would an NDC man tell me say me the way ba na me wini aba no NDC no mpese obe wini ana? Logical we nyansa ye ni na ye kopre konya onipa na ne kopre ne ka kire o say fade we bra na ade we bra na obetumi defeat me into opa kire say nipa no mpese obe wini ana. Charlie, there are the politics here in Ghana and a bullshit too. Now, Judith Kosa. Me ya se udindi Judith nanso oya bema. Judith ya oya bema ya. Se oya bema na se yentumi ampedi papa bia amfanto na udindi Judith dia nende me ma odue eni jimie eni amane hunu tie for menyan kraman na ba ko ase ha YouTube ha ono de ye ba ya start a program aye no ono ne de obetumi abaye ne se obeba be show ha wa wagimi cause ye piano se na Mahama no anyanse ne ye mienu ni na trim ne se wo mra ha megimi na sebe yenso ya yenkrofo bi a dambo kakra we mu no the ayeso ye be ne say e be make sure say wo monkwase asem a wo de beba na yeso ye be reply om say be wagimi a wunyi mensen yen enti be ma Judith Kosa Judith ya osan ye be ma udin de Kosa mesre de edo ne de ye fa wugimie ene onkwase asem ko ka kire wugimi fo na osoma won say oba no beto chewa na ne babodom enti na nye safe zone ma why from crash same free here after let's go on to what we came here for. There is something NDC for etumi enya omode ye adwuma pa na eye adwuma because of, excuse me to use the word, say yankasa yen crofo bi ensem a womonam a omo keka ene omo dwuma ne womo bere bi a womonam a womo bo na the American say eye na me Felix, one thing a menti ase and say oka ho na bibi kwahwe ase a, I don't think say you have the moral rights to be you free. That is how I feel. Say oka ho na bibi say ya, I don't think say you're wise say obeba no we be you why then e be free. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Ade na yes say no oka ho na yes say no. E say wie di ase yenyu din free. Entumi nye adwuma wo ba bia e mane ye. Now, every time MPP for nyame beye ya dom na yenya message bi ana NDC for beye bibi bone a opportunity ne beba ye side, opportunity ne beba ye side ama yetumi ayeden, yetumi akasa, opportunity ne beba ye side ama yetumi akadia sebio ye betumi de age marks no na yankasa yenkrofo ibi na yakoka nsem bi na yakoye niama bi na yede niama bi akobebare ye ho na ye nuanom na ye ne onkoko no mo masen anya ye na wo mu pra ye. Me personally mentiase sebe President Kufuor ka so obedi ade, Rollins ka so obedi ade. Mantisi ye ka se Rollins ya igbeni nti wontumi ni ade da bi. As a matter of fact, to 96 radio wini ya mana ehu. Na se baby a wiase do ne baby a wiase politics ebi. Se o Ghana na se wadwene ye wo se yemfa sa tete style of way na utie. Like, please, can I get a proper view of the data behind you? I would have done it, but this is how best it can give me. But the data is about the nurses. The Nanado government was able to recruit. When we say some problems by in terms of the nurses, normal recruitment near there. So it is one of the things I'll be addressing today, and one of the things I'll be talking about. Now, anytime opportunity beba say ye bibi na yetumi de je power bia na say yetumi de ka bibia no na yankasa ye nkrofo ni bi akọ na yakoka nsem tantan na me ka bibi say politics ye de tribal eye no unless say wo nipa no say bi o onte sorry rabe unless say wo nipa no on shada ante politics ase na ode sa na ma be politics. Now say Rollins ya igbeni na many my before Munfanchem yo. Na say Igbe happens to be the most as at that time the poorest region. As at that time and Crawford Sebio na ya marginalize yomo no mo ye Togofo no mo ye Igbefo and someone ye kafa wo ho. Say yetumi pene ma Rollins di ye so dia. Igbe enye majority clan o, enye majority group in Ghana. The Ewes are not a majority group. They are a minority group just like the Northerners. But see to me ma minority ADSO, JJ, and the NDC. Yet to me ma Tamils, I can, but still fancy. It's a semi-minority. It to me ABD idea. Say yet to me ma John Dramani Mahama Srimini minority Gonja minority, even though no for normal more people there, but still it's still a minority. It may be the idea. I didn't know MPP moody. Yet I can need the idea. You have a chance. Now, ebe do say ye de minority, so ebe di anymore. Yeni ankasa yagire ye ho atotuo. Ede bubo ye ho pay because yen no hu ne ye ho no say yen no ye part ne de. Sebe nkrofo bi di mu chi nkrofo bi. Na we ni na no say wo MPP me na wo ye badwem ba. Right away you should know what these people want to do. Debia me begina ha ka kire mo say hello, Esther K. Berima Michiao, Frau Michiao, Evans Michiao, Francis Boachi Michiao, Webio, Nana Nuama Michiao, Mamia Michiao, YouTube for Samuel Akono Michiao, Kontonchi Michiao. I hope I have greeted everybody. Okay. Now, say one Kasawo party now, woman. Yedi ade atage mo, enye no. You started to see the tag mo some minorities as enye. Now, finally, Onyame ayadom ma matumi e break sa glass ceiling no ama yetumi de nipa no akọ okon ye so sabi wendi yhwambo okoye sabi as a first timer as an incumbent opese or sign break 8 Andrew me make a statement di and I'm yet to see anybody that can prove me wrong apart from authoritarian countries. Apart from dictatorship country, there is no democratic dispensational one party to me break it the 8. It doesn't happen. You can go to America, you can go to England, you can check it. It doesn't happen because after 8 years, so this guy with all the omututugu so the omututugu no. It's excuse me to say otumi manage it stay afloat. In your 41% plus editor year. Inti sebio se yetumi make sa milestone we na ende ye besan ya bete ye ho akọ na seb minorities kakra na omoboa ye ma sebio yeso ye vote ne ba animu na ebe ye yi no esen aba abetwe ye ho afiri ye ho. Se party we kura me wo na me kumi ho na me de ma ho odin ya ebedebedu se ebeba na ebeka kirem sa kanfo ne di ade wo mu ye ntime de party we mean to like why are we not thinking as like aden na ya dwene all of a sudden enye adwuma MPP. What is happening to us? What is happening to us in the end ya dwene enye adwuma bio? Asem way a logical a simple would you be akwa Onyankopon adawroma okoye wenkoguma nimu ase onya 41.7% wo de ba mass mu na orande a eye 42%. Yede ya papa president Kuford de dia ye ni na afre no eja papa no the first time onya 39%. Aden yanka so no de ya mfa ne nkobio because o ya kani na nso yede no koye no akamfo anto aba ama no. Why didn't we say this? He said party na all of a sudden logical people woman and that the party in your logical view. Make you know what I mean? I personally cannot understand. Yet the President Kufuor election. President Kufuor first time as Anthony Mapao. Onya 39%. Nanso ye de ne ko bio. Nyame to me G to me. MPP, New Patriotic Party by power for the first time in the history of Ghana. We were able to do that. After then, the Onya 39 deserve to get a second chance. The Onya 41% no undeserve because of your man proceeding. Why? And the young man don't Mahama and not buy time no free holiday no more year the omope. Yamom free holiday and no more year the omope. And I'm saying Yakob Branes for a somewhat better my coca or back we say, hey, we are man proceeding. Kusasi for and to Abama. But to Kusasi for Ghana, oh my eye. Monkoya Mass no. Kusasi for Ghana, oh my eye. Na so we say we MPP ni a wo do MPP na nyansa te utili mu a da ben na kusas for to aba e de ma MPP for mo kan kire ye Monchire ye even President Kufuor, even Tama Nahawa Yakubu Numuhono, Monchire and the number of time Kusas for etu abadema and MPP. Monchire bra no hono next be yetumi winning. It was never your stronghold. The North was never your stronghold. And Kasiadia Yankasa ye leadership ye. Leadership, we want to sweep that under the carpet and go and bring Gobia and our man at the year. No, this man still managed to pull 41%. What are you people trying to do to Ghana? Indian people from real free someone to the policy best Ghana. It's not about the policy you bring, it's about the money you can give to delegates. Shame on you people. Shame, despicable human beings. Yeah, can for. Yeah, park and for Kojina Dekamwakosano. No more Kamanua. And now no men Kotia. Dr. Addison. Dr. Addison, Oyakani. They are not so resetting, they just make the argument like that. And that year, the Kubia Kofa Dr. Addison Abase, and you and I was not there, no crown one yet. I said, Dr. Addison in the DNM. Shameless people. Addison Oyakani. Ye pemma, Echo Gina that come, Edia Massab Sebian people, Echo defend the Yeno. Say, John Kojina on the 7 and in the canny train, Kojina as a canning. Say, John, Okojina Yanka, yes, said John, Okojina that can, nay, and no contempt, and achin into the Dimijina that can. But they are not listening now, so you thrown a cha, near Bonasuma, near Yenny say, no, nay, yes, Remini, Prusinate, and Tina Mompena Samono. I beg who am obey you soon sign your face. Obey you come one casamo. Moji Dien. And MPP party, a drew brandy a pack and fork on the animal Johnny, Macam be a shaman name. Master says, more spread the sense of somebody, you threw money at the check, no midget in our nanny the end, doctors, lawyers, one, we're done. Sometimes Samira Baumi and the old tape and Ameraho. A cocoa sad time on no, Kawabon a brass. Awali internet so within a new back. For 2016, a cockway, the Samira Baumia, Shakoda Reswat, campaign our lawyer. Now I can fire see a yakin coin, yet would the book Kramaya you to mean kind. I pay see a coach Brahman in our party for a year. I can form me a ben one this so. Adriana Noa near J. On a bonum, but one abonum of any near Wood in a bet she be a video mom ready. Get the book my and can. You guys are very despicable. You are very despicable. You're quite Siabia NDC for ye. Also, MPP near you now, Washa. When to me and Casa Mahama men woo you, or no to me, to me say, not winning. Oh, Jesus Christ. Say, crowd, some camp phobia. I don't want to give them too much relevance today. Omo crowd, and then Omo campaign, Omo Yen say. Nana Kufuadu 8 years, no, one may she name John Mahama 8 months we, better than Nana Kufuadu, don't call 5.7 million good school, or your MPP, or stop percent candidate will be MPP. You are stupid. You are dummy. You are dumb. You are dumb. Go some person now think it's our way. No, we are crossing when you hear because o candidate no. Nyamin pengu na nkwa chirichiri. Nyamin pengu na nkwa chirichiri. But so candidate ni winning and now. Your baby son say, what is the track record? He is winning on the ticket of MPP. Into what the MPP track record na nebeye den track record na nekwa battle. Also with Jimmy I will just internal grandeur. Open internal see who say also we can call internal intino. Who no no mo na wo party ni na wabubu mu ni na nemu asitire. na wapubu obi anemu asitire no match ni du a wasan de ade na wo say oma mobra na Mahama 8 months are better than 8 years no wo de no na ekoye campaign wo chimi for you don't learn. It happened to Alan and you people are still following it. Nyankopo amam example MPP for what happened to you? You guys are not thinking no more. Just last election ade we BS mama hu Alan Chiramante de na wanka Bianca well lead the trade ministry. For 6 years, you were the trade minister out of the 8 years. Andawo, onkwa alanchramanti wunima ndameka. He is the only trade minister where to me Ghana surplus. No trade minister from Nkrumah to neck. Trade minister be any utumima surplus other than alanchramanti. Next one we saw a call campaign. Nipa 31,000 to Abaman. Because Sanyamana or yenti and a yenmu be Ginny Dino. To me, an alarm paint was only message our Becca. Only message. Now, what can say winning message? You know, some Martin who all of a sudden there more message. Not gonna afraid you have to Obama. And you people are repeating the same thing. Oh, take one kasa party. Oh, yeah, party basa basa. Who did not know Kufado Baumia record at them that they all pay a flag bearer? What signed the same idea who did the attempt or the Akose and the interest on Fan to Obama? Who knew Yansa and your politics? Yansa can win him. And then to try to equalize nobody, nobody in Ghanaian politics. Put this on record because I like them when they come now sure my soon start with the fact that because nobody in Ghana's politics. Lawyer Obribuahin, Utiemia, when are we a historian? Why you NPP historians, ni NDC historians, Namuntieme. Election historians, Namuntieme. Netflix appear political zone. I'm making this statement, and I dare anybody to come and prove me wrong. There is no person in Ghana that has brought more electoral reforms than Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I will tell you why. You started to Abano. You started to say to Abano. The only reforms are NDC for Pine Yama ye was say ye de adaka utie. First na ni edigu adaka tumuno. Wouldn't a imuno. Ye changing ya the transparent. Ye diegu plastic mo ye be who say ye the ballot to atum. Under NDC, those were the only electional NPP by President Kufuor time was when they tried to move the voters register to move the voters register from Diana Wayne Diana picture to Bakwana picture also. But as to the laws, as to pink sheets, how they work, as to how polling stations are organized, as to how the Bawumia, you and I were not there, no, sad case, no, and the better change electoral reforms at the back Ghana, and nobody holds that record than His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Beye na woman mo bi trimuntia. Because beye bi ampa de pa. Tahiru, beye bi ampa de pa. Eno sapoma mechiawo. Me se monko frɛ Franklin Kujo. Monko frɛ Wine, Isia Jaben, woman in Embi so say. Since you start say 1992, your constitution and your debate, politician Ben the more electoral reforms about Ghana than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. None of them. None of them. You can hate him, but his record still stands. A day Jimmy, no. See, I'm Penny Santinia Brantie. What you fool and in gay bishop where we didn't know 1 hour by 6. Who didn't the hour your papa? Full and any beji to me the hour yard papa. We are poor. We are Beni, sub you watch a paper ni ceremony been an hour a year day. And then this ceremony be the idea the house there be one penny. I mean, Tiauka ceremony, dear or no, and in the vote. Pepe need your in the vote. A brewu Christo Nina would be a dear in Shiran Kenya. who Christo need your do vote to come up pepe name on those baby cana cremoni man be dia and it ya tea be that on penema number or Bible no more anytime you read it. Hypocrites. Disappointed hypocrites. That's who you are. Samira became a ridicule for NDC because she was the only woman at that time with Esla Noma. Now Omutumi can be John Mahama. My brother, it hurts, Tahiru. Tahiru, sometimes you see what they are doing to Dr. Bawumia, it makes us now. The Amoyana minorities are not welcomed in your party. No. Has the Ashantis alone won power for the NPP before? No. A big no. Ashanti Fonkwa, I can Fonkwa between we need power the MPP. No, it never happened in the history of Ghana. Afiade. Moji omudini DNA. Moji MPP, Northern People's Party. Moji dini DNA. My branding a new patriotic party. Or the national party moji. Or the ambulance by a babu a kufu adwa buying. Man cats where your man prusini kurasini ba. Or cover drone system by ya what did check no I tell the El Buagan. Man cats a sebium previous one year. Man prusini kurasini ba. Now so the day Mr. Digital. The impeccable Bawumia, the lecturer Bawumia, na yamo dead because no the team with him. And then the Drew said, Wusu ye be mana. Akonoma can phones you. Akonom osofu where he said, Sa Toby tannins you. Say uncle Twaba Mabawumia. Na Sebium Prebiasa. Yes, starte say ye to obey. Me, mantis will be the Ajima Kone do Eddie Rollins at Temuda. And Rollins ain't me president. I can get it. Ajima Kone do change and I antibida. Yantis will be because I said, yeah, mammy, there is a Kufuor, and I will not vote for Kufuor because Kufuor's wife, her name is Teresa, and she's black, so I don't like her. We didn't hear that. Professor Mills go for your mammy ne Dubai, Yankase, Seb your mammy ne do, or your cranny Yampene, and cranny dear, or your minority, yeah, my name, mammy, the president. Crassiful. I'm sorry, Tahiru. Sometimes they need to have it the hot way. It's getting annoying. Professor Mills go for your mammy now do mills, or the now do mills nearby. Or the now do mills by, and ye genie to miss a your mammy, Yankase or your cranny Yampene. Ya papa John Mahama kofa ya mame Lodina free bono ba ye yankase wo free bono wontino ya mpene yankasa. Since when did politics of flag bearers now depends on their wives? Wankasa wo awoko standing who ni message. Who awoko standing you have nothing to prove, it's rather somebody's wife and your message. She okay. And you people want us to keep mute. And NDC for their family normally yet the omope. Edini. Obi koka NDC new. Or koka said the tear full and ifo. Yeah, man, apologize for ya because they know they get their votes from there. That is political party. That is serious. Now, idea back where you want to say. Yes, sorry, I see MP before the MP before are rich, but they are very jealous people. Very jealous people. Jealous so. And yamene the say. Usika na want to emphasize when they say. Uska, but utanya here for a monafi no omoba. Usika nina away no emphasize bene also. Star, yakotwa first time. Samokaya. When we were going to vote the first time, 9 aspirants went against him. Samokai, Omni Nako come who meche, and you cran a bekai, Boache Jako. Samokai, last time, 2023, Honorable Boache Jako, a cran at this in a buy. A chain of Kudum Pokins at 1 minute every free. We say, no, it's whoever wins is who we are going to go with. It didn't happen the last time, 2023. Didn't they go and gang signs and deny against one? Didn't they do that? Ekosi saying. Ekosi saying. Papa we are promising us be gumu party. What promising us the mobile position. Ampa. What yeah juma emo position and your message at the appoint ya man power lose to your position. And then or the Timokrana in the second half of it to say obe gu party no abem ujina ho support because unni any. Ujina ho support because what jina no one limit no. One limit what jina. You know what I'm saying, amen. You know what I'm saying, and amen. Messiah can help you. And then with the motivation you. Most of mobile no do would monko no do. And Negana na ye one now. Meka maka Messi Swaka Namasia can be you said. There is nobody, whether in MPP, CPP, PNC, PPP, one, DN, or say politics are say, or you're ready to be president, or think what it takes to be president, as a chain Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I said, anything about time and at the end you go and sleep. Nobody. There is nobody. President Kufuor Kasembi, and I'll forever salute that man. Honesty. I say, Mokasemi, you good. But and the politics now, you know. Only pass so far the crop of politicians have no or see and geopolitics. I say, Baumia. Minia, I didn't want to do internal politics today, but Mama Mia Dieka Credua. Young Crawford, no. As someone more can say, Canada, Japan, Ebeye president because Obebi Ejuma. Fair enough. I know per the constitution of Ghana say Yentuaba and Fama president say president in Ejuma. There is no template for that. Okay. Again, Semijina way. Medin the Canadian Japan. Men na minim how you create Ejuma. Men na me walk kwanya make me create Ejuma. Enu huntin kan krofo ko kasa amamea. Anka saa kwan na mefa so de create adwuma no anka eno na me de be mo omo akoka mutie me ntwa me ba me say me din di Canada Japan sorry me say me be di party anim na one of the key things in tia me pese party de me ba ne say me pese me be create adwuma eno hunti no said the Ebeya party delegates. Ebehun say ye demeba ye betumi e create adwuma no. Anka me kire kwan a mefa so a me create adwuma ma me communicators no. Said the Ebeya me communicators no se bi umprediasa. Se womo kwa abonten na womo kokasa. Womo atumi aton de enti a me se momfa me Kennedy nye den emra no. Ene so de bi ente sa. Oh, Kennedy baby adwuma. E kwa ben so no baby adwuma. Oh, e bi enwuma bebre. Enwuma no so ka kire ne so ommo 10. Ontumi mmo 5 po. Na 5 no obebo na emu 2 agu be 10 years ago but ono ankasa no odi Kennedy achi ba onim sa adwuma no po agu. Onim. I'm telling you, Mr. Baby a mo de MPP adu no e mobo. Mesi odi Kennedy achi se Kennedy bi adwuma. Utie. Adwuma na obeka kire ne se won bobo no obebo mu 3 a papa ni jai say business no kra no be ye 10 years ni a say business no kra no o nim business no kra baby ekusi yes we be adwuma as if so be president ya say biom prediasa or the bottom sika ene be adwuma. How since when did it, like how did Ghana okay into say obi adwuma? What about the other aspect? You already have a lazy population of youths who rather will go for demonstration and get 50 Ghana than to get employment. You don't know that? And the Jume be asked when what can they ho? It is a when training on crop on how to work culture like maintenance culture near there. Ube be a factory, no be gunama. A bruchre fo be bri amoha egu. A bruchre fo be bri egu. Muko be a companies near there Ghana. Egugu. Wanu ni gu. Enye ya anu ye nuanom ne wo Ghana wona. Ghana kusukuku kakra sikura na okopegela be hye ne nchen onko adwuma. Obekona wo store no ya tum. Abrochire snow toe hail toe you will go. You will go. You sit there and talk about economy and you think it's just job openings and Kwan and Ma said the economy it grew. Are you really serious? Job opening Kwan. That's just one equation. That's just one fraction of the equation. And the reason and they say no government can employ everybody who is looking for job. It is not true. Say give me some money, it doesn't help. These same people will come and tell you, say, won't politics. I say, hey, US, the companies here, don't we have unemployment? I live in Canada. Your unemployment is higher than Ghana unemployment. Ghana, so population here the same. Canada is around 33 million. Ghana is around 33 million. But the people who don't have employment in Canada, it's more than the people who don't have employment in Ghana. What kind of logic is this? Timothy, show me which government was able to employ every citizen. It is never true. Sebi MPP for are you telling me sebi MPP ni bi aso enye adwuma anye and sebi nana do ana? It is not true. But then yes attitude politics no. Yet the bent to abe and chinebeye politics in 2025 you want to do that same foolish politics? First and foremost, Timothy Adegu, you don't know what you are talking about, so I wouldn't even engage you. You want to distract me from my flow. Because there is nowhere recorded that the city went to 17 cities. So shut the fuck up and leave the page. If you have nothing better to contribute here. Some of you make me sick to my stomach. Moko schools, Jimmy. Mako University, Nyansa, your friend Nyansa, and Moon Nimbi. You just made something here that shows how stupid you are as a person. How much analogy or say, I didn't want to even go there, but let me start on them. Or say John Mahama, under John Mahama, $1 was 4 cedi. And the Kufuado, $1 was say 16 cedis. No problem. Afisha, and Yansa phone tia, Mamma Yansa Muntia, Adegu, or Farmer, no Papa Montanas Nemunti Yansa. Ebrana Mahama teswa ne cedi sebe $1 na ye 4 cedi no. When to me and to your government workers car. When to me and see infrastructure or say school now just say 20 years ni betu me see. Graduate when to me and form we dwuma na we twa omoka. Nurses and teachers training allowance o twemu $1 na ye 4 cedi o twemu. When to me and to pay. Kani ano so anke basis na wo so atumi dia ya wo bodwo adidi nso a okura $1 to 4 cedi ba wentumi amma saa de na anye dai ankoso wan hwa kola bi school wan to sebi tea cup half cup po amma kola bi anomoda it's not $1 na ye $1 to 4 cedi ban na wo no abetete Ghana sika na $1 sebi o atumi afura kwakodu 16 cedi no o hwe nkola 5.7 million school. Abina what this $7 no ko 16 no otumi tua Ghana for adwumanye for ka etoto wo market from 10% to 30% across board. The $1 na year 1 cedi otumi makanya ni gina so 8 years with just 8 weeks of power interruption. Ghana Energy Commission, go and check. So any sensible person will access how 4 cedi, what was the impact on it? $1 was 1, and he said before cedi, yet you were paying cocoa farmers 475 cedis per bag. 471 cedis per bag. A Kufuado now $1 another 16 no, yet to meet you at 3,100 per bag. What's our friends are buying? Nimunyans, na politics, na montiasi. And the MIBBR, NDC, MPP. And then the MPP for no so a subsession from NDC stroke MPP. No me do gum na mudi chini. What the akola school and can a terminal report or deba ne chess akola na ya de anaso onya de. akola no ne resource de bebe fie ene de county sa akola no bo number na so ambo number Abra said, are you serious or joking? I'm telling you facts. So if you have any alternative facts, bring it. The dollar was 1 cedi. Was Mahama able to pay workers? No. Or that's a lie. NADMO workers were not paid for 26 months. Junior nurses were not paid for 11 months. Hello. Ebra na sebio cedi na say no. We were buying cement as 90 cedi, 92 cedi. And then a cedi ni no. How much are you buying a bag of cement? Let me know. And a bag of cement, send me a ton of Ghana. Omo kan kire ebra me sika na tete no dollar no service cedi na tete no na service wo to cement 90 cedi. Like why? Obi kra de egu a Felix when I say when 1 pound was 20 cedi, you could only buy 1 bag of 2 bags of 2 bags of cement. And now 1 pound 13 cedis, no, you can only buy 1 bag of cement. What sense has that even done for you? Thank you, Nanajwa. Thank you. Weren't we here when NDC was say Nana Akufo-Addo didn't recruit workers? Or we didn't recruit workers? I said your mobile bemua and Crawford we are some better and say Nana do over. Hey Ghana, I'm a jollof welcome. Onipa na yete wan fan Crawford adwuma ntimon to abentiano no on for 24-hour economy mbre wo no obaya o se Akufo-Addo afan Crawford adwuma mu too much. Enu nti age se mo 1 year. No me dey yin Crawford afrim no me tumi dey Crawford ahihim. This is what they promised you. Bank of Ghana said 10 cedi. But that's jollof. Bank of Ghana said 10 cedi. Oko market here we nyane 10 cedi. O se aban na ya you. Bank of Ghana said 10 cedi. Oko bank here we nya people na what on how they are your business. O se aban na ya you. What Jimmy for? That's not politics. That is not politics. Make out some people say if that is politics, and that is stupid politics. The politics that hurts your own self. Are you not dumb? Hey, anyways, let me focus on why I came here. Etie for BB koso. Na ye no mo de ye start kan yen ne. Ye kan yen ne. Na they say the chicken have come home to roost because they are ye kan yen na no Josie and then nyame adawroma ni na e ba bededi. Ye wo krom ha na sebio NDC for ebetu womano ADC free education so. Kwadu me, I'm not gonna lie to you. When Nanado was talking about say obey free education, and then the moment kakra. Sometimes somebody have to make you a believer. Make we see happy at the end. Please don't blame me. At the early stages, Nanado can say obey free education. No. Yes, I like NPP, but I'm in Jindi. Now again say or can be keke edi ajiden or can be the ajivote. Okay, because going to school in Ghana, going to school in Ghana, no, I didn't say education was expensive. Now listen, during our time, education was not for the poor people. Poor person working your education, they do a grade 6, P6, and a GSS1. Working your GSS 3, who we are whopping. That was the end. Yadu kusuye juma, yadu ko ware, anawo ko do, anawo ko ye bibi. That was it. So I know education was expensive. And the minimum said Ghana, so we were not a rich country. So I was thinking to myself, say, hey, I need to charge my phone. So I was thinking to myself, say, how are we going to be able to do this? Oba, obibe to me again. Hey, now you were here, right? I think one time, Yeah, imagine business. Maybe me. Wait. I think for one thing, we have what type of man why never. That's no. If we have to tell me back. Yeah. Gente, no me cacha. Radio. YouTube to ana. But I don't tap so mama. If you say be adwuma wa ha. Yes, I dey na pastor. Edi. Pastor dey na misu me ni ayi ni bio. If say be adwuma. Keep on Mr. We dey mo fa nche. Mr. Be adwuma ni. Hey, there be oh. Oh. The browser has lost connection. Jesus Christ. Mr. Monpanchami. This is me too a bit free money. And also another thing. Jesus Christ. Oh. I should have made that provision. You know, crash what to coffee, the crash was saying to come here. Let me go here. Remove